How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Cubold Cast. In this podcast, we're talking about Crab Champions by the makers of Crab Rave.
Yes, apparently.
Well, I looked it up today. Yeah, I confirmed it.
Oh, the actual people?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I guess they're not the developers. They're a music group or something. But they had someone else create the game based on it.
Oh,
that's amazing.
It's funny though.
It's funny how we go. It's like last week we had this big event with like Trixel Creative and Restitched, and then this week we're talking about Crab Champions.
I mean, it's a cool down week.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a shorter one.
Yeah,
but
the game is really fun though.
It really
is.
It's kind of surprising. Like, someone said it was an April Fool's Day joke almost.
I think it was.
Know. That's what
people didn't say it was, but a lot of people think that it was.
I don't know if they had long-term plans for it before it actually kind of popped off.
Huh. There was a good amount of effort that went into it though, for sure.
Yeah.
What time is it over here? It's around 1:00 EST.
What's up, Mango? What was it? This week we went, well, me, Chug, and Ben over there on the board. We went to see Mario. Jay hasn't seen it yet, but
The Mario movie.
it was really good.
I have no complaints.
Yeah.
Other than the Seth Rogen Donkey Kong laugh. Which is kind of odd.
I actually laughed during that part.
I didn't think it was bad.
No, it's just like when I think of Seth Rogen and like voiceover, I think of Bob from
yeah. Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah. Ben, can you turn Caleb down a bit? Or Chug?
He's too loud?
He's one. Yeah, it was going into the red.
Oh.
We all might be a bit loud.
What was I saying? I think you
Monsters vs. Aliens.
Oh, now he's like really quiet.
Oh, I can't hear myself now.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Sounded
Sounded like everything got turned down, actually.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like the headphone amp went down.
Huh. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the whole movie was basically like I don't know, it was like almost it was very much fan service.
Homage to all the other games.
Like they had a lot of cool little soundtrack Easter eggs. Like one part they put the Luigi's Mansion soundtrack in there.
Oh yeah, I was sitting next to Ben when we were watching the movie, and the part where Luigi got, I mean, it's kind of spoilers, I guess.
Well, it's like the start of the movie.
Luigi gets sucked into the Darklands, I think it's called.
Yeah,
which was like the place that Bowser destroyed with like skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulled his flashlight out. And he was like looking around with it, and he's like Mario, like from Luigi's Mansion, and we were like, yes, he said it.
Dude, the first Luigi's Mansion is amazing. I grew up with that game. It's funny because Ben, for whatever reason, the first Luigi's Mansion, when he says Mario, like his voice is way higher pitched than the new one. But
I don't know how else they do a Mario game. It would have to be all fan service.
Like Mario game
or movie?
Yeah, movie.
Oh,
did I say game?
You said game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they had everything. Like, I think it's
Mario
like
Kart.
Yeah.
They even had a map in the middle of the room that was literally like people compared it to Mario World, like the map, like the overworld of it.
You guys ever play Mario World?
I think maybe a couple times.
That was like Wii U.
Not Wii. We never had a Wii U. So
yeah, we played Super Mario on the Wii. That was fun actually.
There was Super Mario 2, which had the overworld. I'm pretty sure.
They had a ton in that movie.
Yeah, there was a lot of Easter eggs, especially when they went to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah,
there were shops everywhere, and they were like selling different things. And apparently, there were some Easter eggs to like specific like problems that people were having with older consoles. When the Toad was at the shop and he's like, "Sorry, you can't do this or you can't do that." And apparently, it was like random issues that happened like years ago with the Nintendo consoles.
And I think I was one of the people that was kind of worried about Chris Pratt playing Mario, but it actually worked out pretty well.
Did he sound like Chris Pratt the whole time?
I mean, yeah,
a little bit,
but it worked because they kind of did this thing where they did the whole like it's the Mario Brothers, that old show or movie. They did that intro, and then they kind of like highlighted that the whole like hyper Italian accent was like just a gimmick for the ad or whatever, or that one little intro, which kind of makes
like
sense.
we could stop with the accent now.
Yeah.
And then they went back to a kind of a regular accent.
There was a couple like wahoos and stuff like that in there, but it wasn't like overdone.
It was really good though.
Yeah.
You have to see it. Ben, what is that?
Mango.
What
Made
made
the weirdest comment.
What do you say?
Infinite meat strategy.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, so context for this. I was streaming Crab Champions on Thursday, and Lieutenant Mango was going to tell me his plan to get unlimited meat. And it didn't send
in Crab Champions.
I think in real life.
Oh,
I don't know, but it never sent in the chat. So Ben, what does it say?
Captured target. Tortured target. Get sweat. Boil sweat.
Boil
salt,
sweat?
Kill the target human. Cut meat. Mush it to ground beef. Add
What?
salt to the meat and make beef jerky.
I'm calling
What's
the cops.
going on?
Mango, you're kind of scaring us right now.
You're gonna get demonetized just reading that.
What in the world?
Cool. I don't know.
What's up, Turnal? But what is it? Going away from Mario movie. There's the Diablo 4 beta that's coming out May 12th. Second beta. Because they're like people want to play this game so much, we're just going to add a second beta. So, I'm excited for that. JJ and I played a little bit of the first.
I haven't tried it, but I might try it. What's the closest thing you can compare it to?
V Rising. That you would know.
Yeah.
Okay, then I might actually like that.
It's like it's open world. It's I mean, obviously it's an MMO,
right?
So it's kind of grindy, but it's like in a whole overworld you can explore pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like V Rising,
take the combat of V Rising, except for the fact that in V Rising you had to use your mouse for actually
you have to use your mouse for the movement too.
Mm-hmm. You just don't have to hide in the shade anymore.
You get mounts. There's a ton of stuff. The
world is surprisingly
it's
cool
worth
looking.
at least trying the beta for.
I mean, if it's like V Rising, then I'll probably love it because I actually missed that game a lot. I was thinking about that the other week.
Yeah.
We had fun playing that game, but I can't remember why we ended up stop playing. We had a lot to do still, right?
Was it because of other games that got in the way? I'm pretty sure it might have been.
Was that when COD came out?
No.
No.
There was another game that took precedent.
I don't know. I think once we start a game, especially, or it doesn't matter if it's multiplayer or single player, and another game comes out, we kind of like lose interest in the previous game.
Well, we mean to go back to it, but then new games come out,
and then
fast.
And then
it's like Hogwarts.
Yeah, I got pretty far. I could probably beat it in a couple hours.
I don't know. I never really got too far in it because the Forest came out.
Which they've been adding some cool stuff to the Forest.
Yeah, we got to play that again.
They just released a new update.
I want to play it when after like 10, 15 updates. Though.
Maybe we'll play it again. Well,
in the summer.
Out. Well, August, isn't it fully releasing?
October, I think it is.
Oh. They're adding a lot of new story stuff. Like they added these found footage cameras with videos of like cultists worshiping creatures and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
I kind of want to wait. Like,
I do too.
Out.
We can, what we could do? We could wait until October and do a full playthrough again with it for the October series.
Yeah.
Our Halloween series.
I mean, our first playthrough was really enjoyable. Like that was a good time for us. Like it's rare for us to have a game where almost everyone is like on at the same time.
There's another game coming out this summer that 3 of us are gonna play.
What's that?
Remnant 2.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
Apparently, it's like there's more classes to the game. It's gonna be longer.
I just hope they fix if they're gonna add a story and it's gonna be like a highlight. They better make it good.
The DLC was.
We were like laughing at it. We were making fun of this
so bad.
Oh, wasn't there that giant creature that showed up for 3 seconds?
And then you're supposed to care about it?
Yeah, and then it died, and then it was all sad.
I don't know. Just such a random story.
Very odd.
Mango says Sons of the Forest is a buggy mess.
I mean, there are bugs in it.
I don't
like, it's not a mess.
The only bug that I think we ever ran into was I was climbing out of the one of the 3 maintenance facilities, and I just kept climbing.
Yeah,
awesome. And it wouldn't stop, and so I just kept climbing up into the sky, and there was like no ladder.
Awesome.
But that was the only glitch I've ever run into.
The thing is, people that call this game a buggy mess probably didn't play the first game when it was in early access because that was a buggy mess.
Yeah.
At first, they didn't have any plans for story. It was just like cannibals and trees, you know? It was very, very primitive. But over time, they slowly added stuff and it became the game that everyone loves today. And that took a while.
Yeah, Eternal. The building system in the game is amazing.
Yeah, it is. But I actually don't think I ever run into a bug.
We had small bugs, like the fish traps weren't working, which they patched in the first.
I remember in one of the first updates, the shotgun thing where the weapon would like spawn in your hand and then you pull another thing out and then
yeah.
But I mean, honestly, that was like maybe once.
I think that goes to show you that the bugs were so little that I experienced that I actually completely forgot about them.
Mm-hmm.
So
the fun overweighed the bugs. Or outweighed the bugs.
I also thought some of the bugs were funny though.
Yeah.
Like the ladder one,
when you were climbing,
that was hilarious.
Sky,
I was just sitting there watching my dude just climb the air.
Yeah, like Kev, I don't know if you've seen it, but they added an electric unicycle.
Oh, I saw. Was it Ben? Were you doing that? Yeah, he was riding it.
Yeah,
you can go so fast on that thing if you're on the path. Or on the,
like, falling off.
Is it?
Oh, really? Huh.
They added like a giant pond on the golf course with ducks and stuff in the last update.
Oh, wow.
They're adding stuff to the world. Oh, one of the biggest changes in this update, they got rid of all pings from the map.
Oh,
you have to go to various places and find like in the bunker they'll have a laptop and that pings the next thing.
Oh,
so that's their way of making it harder to find things.
Yeah, because having everything on the map right away, it kind of ruins the exploration a bit.
I think it would be pretty sick if like towards the end of the development cycle, they move these bunkers around so that people who have played it already and know where they are have to re-find them again.
Yeah, I'm excited for when we play it again.
Could also be cool if they put in their own difficulty mode to randomize stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, like harder difficulty, more randomized.
Like randomize, like you know how people play like randomizer mods for games just to like keep it different. If they do a difficulty where you can play the normal story mode or you can play randomizer and you might find, let's say, like the fire axe in a camp, or you might find the shotgun in place where the fire axe originally was, or like it's like randomizes stuff so it keeps it interesting.
Or they have like 10 or like bunker places, like possible locations, and it could spawn in any one of those areas, but you don't know until you find the ping for it.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be really cool.
Yeah, they added a huge cave a couple updates ago. Just a lot of really cool stuff.
There were a lot of caves that weren't fully built out, or maybe
which
they weren't.
We were fine with,
sort of. Yeah, but they're still adding a lot.
Yeah,
and I don't know. They're doing content really fast. Like these content updates are like months and months of work.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure they already have them done. They're just kind of slowly they beta test them. And they probably bug test them, and then when they're ready, they release it. They probably have the full game done.
Yeah,
they just want to beta test each phase or something.
They're adding more survival mechanics. Like they just added a wetness mechanic that it's not tied to anything right now, but maybe they'll tie it to like coldness and all that stuff. But they're just gonna demo all this stuff going into it and see how people respond because they listen to the community for everything.
Yeah,
like people. They did this change where items don't respawn when you restart the game. Like nothing respawns. So you'll break a crate or something, and you reload the game, and it's still broken.
Crates respawn for me still.
Yes, but people complained, and so they reverted it. So they're listening to people. They're taking the feedback into account.
That's sick.
That's good.
Yeah, people that complain about developers like this need to just honestly shut up because the people that listen to the community and want to make games a good experience are so hard to find.
Like they could have honestly waited till October to release the full game.
Yeah,
they really could have, but they wanted people to actually talk to them.
Go ahead and complain about EA and all the junk they do, but not these small developers who actually care.
Yeah,
it kind of just irks me when a game is good and they're trying to make it as good as possible, and people are just bashing them personally.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, they're just trying to make money and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a bit obnoxious to me. Anyway.
There are a couple games coming out in the next couple weeks, though.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor.
Which we're super excited for. We'll
Tears
be
of
doing
the
a
Kingdom.
podcast on it sometime next month.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
And then there's Redfall, which
That one I'm really excited.
I'm actually excited to play. I want to
Is
play
that
it with
next
you,
week?
and maybe if JJ wants to join us too.
Is that next week?
It's May 2nd, I think.
Wait, Redfall? Is that what you said?
Redfall, yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it day one.
It's on Game Pass.
Actually, you're right. It is on Game Pass.
I'll play it day one if it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. I forgot. Yeah, I don't want to pay $70 for it.
Yeah.
12.
From
Well,
the what? Oh,
Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Oh, is that Zelda?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
it's
definitely
because-
getting that.
Maybe it's because I haven't been in that community, but I honestly totally forgot. Like I haven't heard anything about it.
I don't know. I was content with defeating the 4 beasts and completing all the shrines from the first game. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore.
I didn't even care about those that much. That was my least favorite part about that game. I like the exploration. I like the world, and you go to an area and there's all these little details hidden away. I just found it very relaxing and like cool to explore everything that they put into the game.
Well, I mean, I didn't even want to try. I didn't want to beat Ganon because it reverts back to your previous save, and I just wasn't interested in it.
Oh yeah, there's
So
no
I
point.
just never did it. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll see what you guys say about it, and if you guys really like it, then I might play it. But
I played it at least 3 times that I remember. And I normally don't do that with games. And it wasn't even about the story either. I usually just skip through the dialogue because honestly, the story was pretty mid in that game.
Yeah, this is the only game I've played more than like 3 times.
what do we have on the tablet? We have our show notes. This is what we go off of. We have our information.
But Redfall is probably. I mean, I'm excited for Jedi Survivor, but for some reason, I'm more excited for Redfall.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
more excited for Survivor, but I'm excited
Like-
for Redfall because I'm a huge Arcane fan.
Well, Redfall sounds like one of those. I value the experiences where we get to play together, like and get on, and it's like an event where like okay, we're all getting on tonight at like 8 or whatever, like and then exploring a story in a world together.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Jedi Survivor, but it's more of like just another solo game experience. Like I don't remember those
sort of,
as much,
but not completely because we're all going to be playing kind of at the same time.
yeah,
And we'll talk about it, and we'll probably be streaming it to the chat, and people will be watching it and stuff. So it's more interactive than a typical game experience.
yeah. I just think those games are less memorable to me. But I mean, I like the first one. The first one's fun.
Well, I mean, we liked Remnant 1 a lot.
I mean, in that
But
game, yeah, that
but
game had
as a
lot of
game,
issues.
if we played it solo, we
Oh,
would have
yeah.
hated it.
I wouldn't have
But
kept playing it.
it's one of those games where I could see what you mean by you like that the way like playing with each other.
I'm just excited to have a game where it's co-op, open world, story based, where we get to go in and like beat the story together.
Because we also played the Far Cry 4 on the PS4 a lot.
yeah, that was.
And this
amazing.
game is people say that it's like Far Cry.
yeah,
So it's gonna be fun.
and from what I've seen, it looks really fun. Looks different. I think it's like vampires, right? Instead of zombies, it's like
It's vampires and cultists because the cultists are they want to become vampires, and so the vampires like are working with the cultists. So it's like if you go into a base, there's gonna be cultists and vampires, or like just cultists or just vampires.
I mean, I know it's really not anything like Back for Blood.
Oh, it's gonna be way better than Back 4 Blood. Though.
But because originally I was thinking it was going to be like Back for Blood, but this is way better because it's open world story. It's got a lot more in it. But even Back for Blood, I still have like fond memories of.
Oh yeah,
because that was a fun experience to play with everyone.
Chug, you brought up Outward.
I did,
a game
yeah.
that we played almost a year ago at this point, before we got our Steam Decks. It's like a hardcore fantasy RPG.
it's 2-player co-op.
Yeah,
right?
there's a mod that can get 4-player co-op.
Oh.
We had a lot of fun playing it. Maybe we can get the mod and you could try it out.
Outward?
Yeah. It's I don't really know how to describe it.
It's like a Souls-like mixed with Skyrim in a way. That's the closest thing I could think of.
But they're not really like there are some giant bosses, but you have to be really careful.
Souls-like as in the difficulty of combat.
Mhm.
Because it's like a different type of difficulty.
That does sound That sounds familiar. I think I've seen that.
Yeah, I refunded the game once because it was so hard, and then I was like, I want to give it another shot. So I downloaded it again, played it for a while, kind of learned how it worked, and then I wanted him to get it, so he got it, and we played for a while. We were gonna play it on Steam Decks, but we just started playing other stuff.
You guys want to get into the game?
Yeah. Crab. I keep wanting to call it Crab Rave.
Crap champions.
Crab.
The picture was Crab Rave. The thumbnail.
Oh yeah. So last week I actually bought this game on Monday or Sunday, and reason being is like I've seen it on the Steam store, but Whale from the Trixel creative team mentioned that he's been playing it, and that actually made me want to buy it. So I bought it, and then me and Nathaniel played it on like Monday or Tuesday, and then we ended up playing it like really late into the night. And then it's one of those games that's just so fun, and you can just kind of mess around in.
Yeah, I saw you had like 8 hours in it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know I had that much.
I was like, wait, didn't you only play it one day?
Yeah.
I have like almost 4.
Well, I streamed it on Thursday as well. So.
Oh, you played it for multiple days?
Yeah, I mean, I played it on like Monday.
Well, we played it for like 3.5 on just Thursday.
Yeah, we played it for a while.
We played it for a little bit.
I haven't played it on the PC yet. I only played it on Steam Deck.
I prefer it on PC.
Oh, it's way better on PC, but it is still fun on Steam Deck.
Yeah, I almost beat a full run. I was like Island 27 or something, and
Did
I
you play
wrecked.
easy mode or normal?
Normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't play easy. I heard the difficulty is pretty hard.
On Nightmare, yeah.
Nightmare gets crazy.
We actually almost beat a Nightmare. We got to 24, 25 on Nightmare, and I think we all just couldn't take anymore. We just died because the people are so tanky.
So what we played on Thursday, we played normal, and we played through all the way, and then we did a rerun, and we got our DPS. Like Nathaniel's, I think. What do you get? 40 million DPS.
I think it hit 60 at some point.
It stacked up to 60 million DPS.
Man, that's crazy.
It was insane.
What kind of health did you have?
I think I had maybe like 1,400. But I had full armor.
The round I had last night, I had like almost 2,000 health.
Oh wow!
Because I used the gamble health thing that you could either halves it or doubles it. So I was like, I'm probably gonna die soon anyway. Let's just try it, and it shot me up to like almost 2,000 health.
Nathaniel did it, and he was at 10 health.
Yeah, he kept getting. Wait, I should save that clip. It's on the stream.
Funny.
I'm looking at him from afar, and I see this little crab, and he keeps hitting the what do you call him, totem? And all you hear is boom, 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 and then he's like, "No, I have 10 health." It's such a funny like memory.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
How many player co-op is it?
Could be up to 4.
Yeah, 4. It was me, you, Nathaniel, and Casey Man. I don't know if Casey Man's in the chat, but
I don't think Casey's here.
Huh.
That was fun though. Yeah, it's definitely more fun with friends.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a lot like Risk of Rain. That's the easiest thing to compare it to, but it has elements from a lot of other roguelikes. Hades especially. Because the way when you clear an island, you get to choose where you want to go. So it says like this is an attack upgrade or something, or this is a health upgrade, and that's the way Hades works. You get to choose when you're done with a room.
Hades 2 is coming out sometime this year.
Yeah, I gotta finish the first one. I've played it for quite a bit. I've beat the final boss a bunch of times, but
you need to beat him 10 times.
Yeah.
Huh.
So what changes? Like when you can loop, or you beat the final boss, something like that.
So you can when you get to the last boss,
which is Island 30.
Yeah, so you have there's 10 levels within a biome. So you do the first 10, at the end of that biome there's a boss. The next biome, which is different, often there's different elemental like threats. At the end of that one, at that biome there's a boss. Then the third biome, you do the 10 levels, and at the end of that one you have the final boss. After that, you can either rerun, which everything gets more difficult, or you can go to the crown and then get your crown and then go back to the lobby. So you can end your run, or you can rerun. We've beaten 2 reruns. Like we've gone through, rerun, beat it, and then went back. I've never done it a third time.
I think there's an achievement for reaching Island 100.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
How many hours would that be?
Well, I'm trying to think. It probably took us a couple hours to get to 60.
I'm pretty sure you can stop it in the middle of your run and come back to it.
I saw.
Can you?
When I exited, it said it'll keep your run in progress or something like that.
Yeah, I heard something about saving. But yeah, I just love the format of it. Like you have what, 2 options to go to the shop during your 10 runs?
2 per
10 levels?
biome, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like every time you get a shop, you're like, oh, you feel so, especially if you're playing on Nightmare, because you feel so happy to go to the shop.
I also like how there's no time limit.
Yeah.
When you finish an island.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gives you enough time to just like kind of chill. Especially when we were playing Nightmare. We needed like some like downtime, so we just like kind of sat there for like a few minutes.
Yeah, that's what I like too. Like I love Risk of Rain. I have like almost 100 hours in it at this point, but I like how it's more relaxed. You know, the shops in Risk of Rain they didn't have a time limit, but between levels, you didn't have a time limit to in Crab Champions, you don't have a time limit to beat levels or to leave the level. So there's no incentive to just get out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, the format that they made it is like, it's so accessible and it's so fun because I played Risk of Rain a couple weeks ago. I almost beat the run, but I was playing with 4 people and 2 of them died.
The final boss in Risk of Rain 2 is like
really
annoying.
Yeah, we got to the final boss, but we all died, and then it was only Zevi left, and he died.
Oh.
Yeah, I usually loop because the final boss, it has attacks that can one-hit you pretty easily. And so if you've made it that far, usually you can loop pretty easily and then just do the next 8 stages and beat it that way. But
the like I love Risk of Rain, but I think Crab Champions is more accessible to someone who's not like accustomed to roguelites.
Yeah,
and the format works really well.
It runs better on Steam Deck. Like I played Risk of Rain a little bit on Steam Deck, but I definitely wouldn't play it fully on.
I assume endgame it might even crash.
My computer would be lagging like crazy for certain enemies endgame.
Once you get to a certain point, though, once you get to what is it? No difficulty.
Oh yeah, things are spawning,
and
everywhere.
then it's like it's ridiculous.
And there's so many particles going off that your computer's just gonna fry. But Crab Champions ran pretty fluid, even with a lot of enemies. Like you would definitely stutter when there's a bunch of big explosions happening, but it wouldn't bog down.
Yeah. The one point where I had issues is we actually were doing this on stream. When we did the rerun, we were playing normal mode. He had a charm, or he had a what do they call them? The
greed perk.
Yeah, greed perk, which essentially they're not even worth it. Like you get something good, but then
it's very minimal though. It's like
I
think it was like 50% of my health I get
basically
like, added to my health or whatever.
It's like he gets something, but then because of the greed perk, we all get like something bad in return.
And you can't get rid of it.
How'd you get that?
He just grabs them. Like every time I'm like, don't grab the greed perk.
It was it was 15% more enemies spawned per island.
So we were doing a rerun and he had that greed perk. Plus you can't salvage the greed perks. Like once you grab it, you have it forever.
How do you salvage?
You have to drop them.
You could drop it and then you hold down a certain button and then you can salvage it.
But he had the greed perk, 15% more enemies. We were doing a rerun, so more enemies in general. And I was also streaming, but my frames dropped to like 25 at one point.
Oh man.
So when we all had just crazy upgrades and weapons. And
what CPU do you have?
I have the 36. I never did the Ryzen. Yeah, Ryzen. I never did, or 38. I never did the 3800.
Did yours ever drop, Chug?
It did, but I didn't notice it. I don't think it went below 30 for me because I wasn't streaming.
I wonder if it hits a certain type of CPU differently.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, even Nathaniel. What does Nathaniel have?
He has a i7 maybe.
Oh,
okay. Pretty sure it's i9.
Was it an i9? I don't know. He has an Intel something.
Yeah, his hit like 30, 35. So once you get, because all of our weapons had bounce things on them. So like the particles were just going everywhere.
Yeah, it was actually hurting my eyes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Nathaniel's gun I don't know what it is, but it's literally seizure inducing. His weapon he was using with all the power ups he has on it.
The fire orbs.
We had to literally see the outlines of the enemy health bars.
You can go
to
back
actually
in the
see where the
stream.
enemies were. There was that much
I
happening.
might show you
Wow.
after in the stream.
That's crazy.
It's just insanity.
The gun I found was the best, at least on Steam Deck, was the dual shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did a run after that with the machine gun, and I got pretty far.
So here's the thing: like the dual shotguns, even max leveled out, or like to the point where, oh, that was weird. My throat. The dual shotguns are, I think, the second most to where you can get the highest DPS. But the orb gun, that's where Nathaniel got like 60 million DPS.
Is that the top in the game?
No,
It might be.
no. Well, it's randomized. So once you finish a run, you get these keys, and then you can use them at the totem in the lobby to get a random gun. So there's really no like technically best or worst gun, because it's all randomized. But the orb gun seems to do the most DPS as of now. I haven't unlocked all of them.
The only one I have is the saw blade.
Mm.
That one's okay. I mean,
It seemed pretty good because it cuts through enemies, like a whole bunch of them.
I mean, everything you get can be made to be like OP. So
I used the rocket launcher. I didn't do a run with it, but I was like messing around with it because I had unlocked it. It's so slow.
yeah, I don't like how the fire rate is so slow.
That and the sniper.
I bet you could boost it though.
You probably can.
Yeah, there's what's the charm or whatever you call it?
I don't know. It just increases your clip size that one, the purple.
Yeah.
Purple one, yeah. No, I thought that was gold. That one was gold, I think.
No, I think it's purple.
Is it?
I know what you're talking about. Where it's fire rate increases your
reload speed and your clip size. Yeah, that one is really nice.
Well, I think he also increased his clip size to like 100 bullets. So then and he had poison, so it just kept stacking, and he got to like 60 million.
My assault rifle, I think, had 150 bullets in it at one point.
Yeah,
it was like an LMG.
Yeah, he kept getting the charms where it was increase your damage but decrease your rate of fire.
So every time it was like boom, 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 and I had a thing that's eclipses of like 150, and it was so bad.
Yeah.
When you told me about the game the other day, Chug, I thought it was like a battle royale with crabs or something.
Yeah, I thought the same thing for the longest time until I played it.
You said it was roguelike, and I was like, I'm probably gonna get it now.
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, I don't like all roguelikes. A lot of those are they're like turn-based style, and there's a lot of types that I don't like as much, but it's definitely a type of game that I like a lot more than others because you can get on and play a few runs and get off.
It has a lot of replayability to it.
Not a huge time commitment. There's a game called Crab Game. It's a free game on Steam that I put in a couple videos. It's not a battle royale, but it's kind of like Agario. Remember that game? Agario, where you're the little, you're the little Petri thing, and you go. What, Ben?
That's not Crab Game.
What is it?
Crab Game is the Squid Game knockoff thing.
What am I thinking of? There's no. It's called something Crabs.
Oh yeah, Crab Game.
No, it's another crab game on Steam.
Crabs?
King of Crabs. That's it. Okay, that's more like it. But you fight the crabs and you try to be the crab champion or whatever of the server. You have to kill everybody and upgrade your. I don't know if you upgrade, but you definitely grow or something like that. So I thought that was the game you were talking about for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I originally thought the game was a PvP game, but I was actually happy to find out that it was a roguelite. Or is it light or like light, right?
Light, because
right.
you can, like Noita, that's a roguelike. Like if you
not.
die, you start from the beginning and you don't get anything. You have to, and then there's a roguelite that you can unlock things that give you different ways to play it.
Yeah, a light is permanent upgrades. A like is upgrades and all the stuff reset. With Noita, you can get cosmetic differences that you unlock for certain achievements, but you don't get any special
game
weapons.
changing things.
But I don't know if I'm not sure if it was actually made to be a meme game. I mean, probably considering the crab rave.
Maybe it was a mix of both. Maybe they were like, okay, this is good. This could be a meme game or it could take off. Let's just see what happens. And then
it was already a meme though, so they knew it was going to do pretty well just based on that.
Can we check the Steam charts? I'm actually curious.
I'm not sure.
With the popularity this has all of a sudden, I feel like some YouTuber probably played it.
It's only $10, which is actually surprising for something like this. Like I know Hades is you can get it for $20. Risk of Rain I think is like $40. Actually no, is Risk of Rain 2 like $20? How much is Risk of Rain 2?
I don't know. Might be like $30.
It might it's not like a $60 game. So most of these are like $20 to $50 usually, the roguelikes. And this one's $10.
I don't see it on here. I just see the beta.
Yeah, they don't have the actual game.
But wait, they did have a beta though, so maybe this has been in development for a bit.
It's early access. It's not finished yet. Which they also have a map in the game, in the lobby, that outlines the roadmap for the game too. Like new maps, new weapons, new enemies. They're gonna add a ton to the game.
Yeah, they have a lot of plans for it, which I'm actually really excited for.
New biomes.
The thing is, like, this is a game that you can come back to a lot, like at random times, and there may be like lots more to do.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying before. Is the format's so good? It has such a good amount of replayability because the format's accessible. Like it's difficult if you want it to be difficult, but it's not to the point where like you don't want to play.
If you want, you can literally just turn it to easy and just chill.
Yeah, I know.
If you really want to do that.
It was funny. We were me, you, and Nathaniel were playing, and we were playing on easy because it was your first time playing, just so you can see how it feels. And Nathaniel wanted to keep playing because he had such good weapon upgrades.
Yeah, we're like, no, we want to change the difficulty.
Yeah, for me, it's like it's not fun if it's too easy. Like you want a challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Seeing a lot of positive comments on here, positive reviews.
Oh yeah,
there's like I don't think we ran into like one or two glitches with Caleb getting stuck in the tree.
I got stuck in the chest.
You stuck in the chest, but other than that, there's like no complaints about the game.
It's awesome, honestly. It's such a fun game, and it was kind of a surprise too.
Yeah.
Like I was not expecting to have that much fun in the game.
I saw it on Steam like a week or two before you guys got into it, and I was like, "This just looks." I didn't really look into it. I saw like maybe like 5 seconds of gameplay, and I'm like, "Yeah, this looks like so generic."
Yeah, it looked like
and
a
then
PvP.
When you guys were playing it, and I looked up gameplay again, like full gameplay, I wanted to see what it was. I was like, "Oh, this is sick."
Yeah. So
it was really cool.
The negative reviews I'm seeing, people are saying it's about balance, but I don't even know how you determine that.
What, did they use a gun and just get horrible luck with power-ups?
A lot of it.
You can literally turn any weapon into an absolute DPS machine.
The thing is, like, it was my second run, or maybe it was my third, that I almost beat it. That's, I don't know. If you're saying it's unbalanced, I'm not sure, because like that's usually Risk of Rain. It takes you a while to actually beat that game. You're gonna die a lot before you actually get pretty far, unless you're playing on the easiest difficulty. But I don't know. I felt like, there were some annoying enemies, especially the ones that shoot AoE attacks at you and they just explode everywhere.
I didn't mind the AoE ones with like the slugs. I didn't like the ones where they shoot at you with guns.
It was harder to avoid on Steam Deck.
I kept dying on Steam Deck yesterday when I was trying to play it.
Mango, we're not going to answer that question.
Yeah.
This is a gaming podcast.
It doesn't matter.
No one's business.
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, anyone listening, it's a great game. $10, it's super fun. It's one of those games you can grab some friends to play with and just like we were playing for 3.5 hours.
And we didn't realize we were playing for that long. It's like,
so definitely worth it for sure.
Boring upgrades items. I don't know what these people are saying.
They didn't. How many hours did they have in it?
They had like 9 hours.
Oh, okay. But still, like, I don't know.
You guys want to take a couple chats before?
Yeah. We're gonna.
This
do
is gonna be a
one.
shorter podcast today.
Yeah,
So
I'm on a bit of a time constraint. So, plus I mean, the game is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's not like-
Yeah.
if
we
you
all
want to
recommend
go
it.
check it out, it's $10.
Mhm.
$10 on Steam.
Yes. So Ben, you have any other than that one that we're not going to answer?
Well, he was asking
Yeah.
about. Do we do YouTube full time? And no, we don't do
No,
YouTube full
it's
time.
it's something that we do just
No.
on the side.
It would be nice.
Has about 9 hours. Yeah, he does have
Wow,
about 9
Eternal.
hours. He's
Exposing me.
exposing Casab.
I can't really read the rest of them.
I know it's very small on the screen, but
Ben, you could read them. Any good ones?
Mango was just mentioning how you guys are calling it a clip instead of a.
oh,
What was it,
Instead of
Cliff?
a mag?
clip instead of a magazine.
Oh,
It's a clip, not a magazine. He
That's-
pulls out his
yeah,
assault
that's-
rifle.
That's
Yeah.
moist critical. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
It doesn't matter. at
I
this
get
point.
it,
It's like-
but they're interchangeable, honestly. It's like,
what's the difference? Is a clip like a drum?
no, a
Well,
clip is
okay.
usually some like an M1 Grand or something, like an actual clip of bullets you put
Oh,
into
okay.
it,
Mm.
and then a magazine is the one where you put the bullets inside it, and then
Huh?
I can't read that one, Ben.
it's kind of weird. Do you actually eat what?
Do you actually eat what?
Peanut butter and jellies.
PB and J's?
He asked earlier, do Americans actually eat peanut butter? And
That's
jelly?
something I really think about, but I've had them.
Honestly,
Not
when
usually.
we were little, yeah,
Yeah.
we would eat peanut butter and jellies all the time.
Not generally. There's like some, maybe like once or twice a year, I'll like be jonesing for it and I'll make one, but it's really rare.
Yeah, it is good though. Like it actually is
It's
very
amazing,
good,
yeah.
Mhm.
but we don't eat them like all the time.
What's even weirder is a peanut butter fluff sandwich or nutter
Those
butter.
are so good.
You had that?
Those are so good. They're
I haven't
so
had that in
bad for
years.
you.
That I only had that at
Man.
at Sam's house.
It's just pure sugar.
It's so bad for you. Plus they had like the Peter Pan peanut butter, which
Ah.
is loaded with sugar.
If you don't know what that is, it's marshmallow fluff, which is literally liquid marshmallow,
Yeah.
and it's like you spread it onto bread, and then you spread peanut butter on the other piece of bread, and it's a sandwich.
Like years ago, I was obsessed with just spreading Nutella on bread and just eating it.
Nutella is also very bad. For
It's
you.
really
Oh,
bad
it
for
is
you, but
good.
it's so good.
Dick.
I hate how messy it is.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that, Ben? What do you say?
He says but not as in moist critical. They're completely different. I don't know what he's referring to.
Is he like referring to a previous question he asked
The
before
clip
the
thing.
clips mags? How'd you go from PB and J's to moist critical clips and mags? So odd.
I mean, the verbiage is somewhat interchangeable in a casual dialogue. Like no one's actually gonna say like, "Wait a minute, did you take clip?"
Yeah. What did Eternal say?
The background looks like we're floating on the water.
We are. Our studio's on the water.
Yep.
Crab battles. He
What is
called-
it?
Crab
Journal
battle.
called it crab battles.
Crab battles.
I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if they add a PvP mode to it. Honestly,
yeah, that would be kind of cool
I
if they
think-
did add more to the game.
I think that would be fun, like a TDM.
Yeah,
That'd be chaos.
Or capture the flag or something.
oh, that would be so fun.
I don't know. That would be pretty sick.
they just have to add a big island for that, and then
Yeah,
maybe put guns around the world that you could pick up.
I mean, they could do so much with this game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still planning on playing it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I haven't gotten bored of it yet.
I haven't even played it on computer yet, and I'm actually excited to try it out.
It's much better on computer. It's
Yeah.
fun on Steam Deck, but I don't know. I'm just not really good with controllers on fast-paced games.
Well, the
like
other
that.
thing is like
Mm-hmm.
the game is so fluid that you're like constantly you're running around and jumping and flipping and shooting. But on the Steam Deck, you have to like move your thumb away from the aim analog and jump. So like
Mhm.
it's way more fluid when you can like jump, flip, do whatever.
Yeah,
You thought that's what it was, a multiplayer game?
No, we've been talking
No,
about
I
it this whole
mean, yeah.
time. It's a roguelite.
it is co-op multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's multiplayer, but you work together.
No, I think he meant the name.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Eternal, I want to hear that phone notification ear rape thing that you have.
That was so funny.
What game were we playing?
We were playing Treason.
Oh yeah. It's like over and over.
Oh yeah. Casey was telling me about a game called Deceive Inc.
Yeah, he was telling he texted me about that the other day. We should try it.
Yeah.
It looks fun. It kind of looks like Valorant though. You notice
See.
that? Like the graphics? No, not the
okay.
gameplay. I'm just saying the graphics.
There's a lot of like what is it? Among Us clones.
Let me find.
There's
review.
there's Deceive Inc. There's was that pirate ship one, Ben? Do you know what I'm talking about? There was a pirate ship one, and a lot of streamers play it. I've seen.
Oh.
Where you have
yeah. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
forgot what the name of it was, but there's a lot of like Among Us clone type.
I think I know what you're
games.
talking about.
Casey's review was that one NPC was caked. Wish I could play in third person to watch that thing.
Yeah,
What?
Casey, why?
What? That's disgusting. Treason was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, it's Dread Hunger. That's what it was called, Ben.
Never heard of that one.
Dread Hunger. It's like you're on a pirate ship. Something like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but
Yeah, the stream looks so much better now that we raised the bitrate. Now that I'm looking at it.
Strem.
I didn't watch the stream on the other one.
It was okay.
That one's up to 220 views.
Yeah, that one has
Yeah.
a lot of views. It's awesome.
That was a good stream. If you guys are interested, go check out our Trixel podcast last week.
Yeah. That was amazing. Gotta do more stuff like that.
You guys have any other questions you want to ask before we head off?
This was a nice, short, little, like, chill podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we call this one short, even though we're at 47 minutes.
That is
Yeah.
short.
And
mean,
we've,
for us-
the last like couple weeks, we've been doing like 2-hour podcasts.
Mhm.
Well, it's because the new setup is so relaxing.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
is.
Plus,
so casual.
it's kind of chill to have people in the chat too,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
it's like it keeps it more active.
Yeah.
Earlier, Eternal asked if we played DayZ before, and I've actually never.
I've
played
never
It.
played it.
I played it briefly for a video. It's okay.
You own it, or did you play it off Game Pass?
I bought it.
Huh?
Oh, wait, no.
It's not even on Game Pass.
Oh, it's not.
Can't remember. I
Only
think I
for
did,
Xbox. Which
Yeah.
Is really weird.
I did buy it, actually, yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, it was good for the time from what I saw, but they have way better games now.
Like, I'd rather play Squad.
Squad? That's not really zombie. I mean,
I mean,
Apparently
there
the
are
zombies
zombie
are-
stuff in it.
they're pretty rare in DayZ, aren't
I
they?
did try those weird bubble throat. I did try the Star Wars mod, Galactic Battle. I don't know what it was exactly called, but it was basically Squad turned into Battlefront.
Hmm.
It was actually really cool.
Sounds kind of cool.
Hmm.
It's like that one game, Ravenfield. You can get Battlefront stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Game's a fun little game. I wish it was multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't buy it, actually.
I would play it a lot more if it were multiplayer.
Yeah.
New
'Cause
setup looks dope. Thank you.
Thanks.
what are we gonna do for 20K? We haven't planned that yet.
I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant to do something because then I feel like it'll be expected that we do something for 30K and 40K
Yeah,
and 50K.
maybe we could do something like really special for 100.
Oh, yeah. 100K
But
is like,
I don't know.
I think
when
we
we're
actually get
gonna
a
reach
plaque for that.
Yeah.
We do. We get I think a silver plaque.
That's going to be crazy.
What's the gold play button?
That's $1 million.
I thought that was a diamond.
I thought there was something for
10
500.
million's diamond.
Oh, okay.
50 million's like a
500.
custom,
Isn't there something
which
for-
they stopped doing 50 million because so many people are hitting it now.
Really?
They stopped sending out 50 million stuff.
Oh.
Hmm. It's actually crazy though.
Yeah, it is.
It's
How
going to
do-
be
how do
weird
people
holding
have-
our first, like, plaque.
Yeah.
We can put it in the background too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have to find a place for it.
How are so many people hitting 50 million now?
I don't know, like Dude Perfect hit
know.
50. A bunch of like
They
gaming
did?
YouTubers hit 50.
I haven't seen them in years.
They're still really popular. I don't watch them, but
A lot of like group people hit 50.
yeah.
Obviously Mr. Beast hit like 100. I don't know. There's probably a lot of people that hit 50. I don't know exactly who, but
Hmm.
yeah, there are a lot of people that are hitting high numbers now.
It's actually crazy though. 100 million people. Like even
I don't even know how
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie did it.
I don't know.
Like
Yeah, it's a lot.
I think so many people were just invested in this like battle between him and T-Series that they just were like using their alt accounts, like putting as many subscribers into it as possible. I don't know how he did that.
Is he
but-
still active?
Pewdie?
Yeah, he is. He's
Mm,
just mostly
yeah.
like vlog stuff.
I miss the ones where he's in this room doing videos on like.
Mhm. I still think his
reaction.
Trap Adventure 2 video was like one of the best.
I don't think I watched that.
It's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we play that?
You did.
Hmm.
I stopped watching
Um,
after when he started doing the vlog stuff. I can't
I
sit
know
and watch through a vlog.
they're having a kid.
Yeah, I heard.
Huh.
I can't sit and watch through a vlog. Like it's so boring. to me.
Yeah. It's like I would rather just do this stuff myself than
Yeah.
watch someone vlog it.
Yeah. The closest thing I've watched to it, there's a streamer that I watch sometimes, and he'll do cooking streams. Like he normally does gaming, but then he'll do these cooking ones where he just like makes random stuff, and usually he messes it up pretty badly, but it's kind of fun to watch. But I can't stand people walking around trying to be interesting all day.
Like
Yeah.
staring at their chin, like from it's like
Yeah.
weird.
You know, it was interesting. I saw
He had a kid? No, I think they're in. She's pregnant. I don't think they had her yet, or I don't know if it was a guy or a girl yet. But
someone was talking, or it wasn't someone, but it was I was reading this post or something about people from like even 20 years ago. They would show clips of people at parties and stuff, and they'd hold a camera at them, and they'd hide their faces. But now people like play up for the camera. And
That's a thing. Like I could never do that because I feel like it's so easy to slip into a state of like I have to overreact for the
Mhm.
camera, because otherwise, like in real life, you don't like react or go like, "Oh my goodness." That's like when we do live streams, we have genuine reactions because we're not trying to appeal to like little kids and be like, just give them
yeah,
overreactions.
I remember when we published, I think it was our Call of Duty video years ago. Zombies or what was it called?
No, it's
Infected?
Infected, yeah. There were some people who commented like, "Oh, just another screaming YouTuber" or something like that.
That was
But
our
that was
genuine.
genuine.
Yeah, that was real. We were
Yeah.
flipping out. That was awesome.
which we haven't tried Infected on the
No.
Modern Warfare 2 yet.
We got to do it. We got to try it.
I don't know.
Maybe for a stream.
Have you guys even played season 3 yet?
I haven't.
Mhm.
I haven't
Yeah,
played
briefly.
since.
Oh yeah,
December.
yeah.
The new map is awesome.
The lighthouse map.
Oh, it's so good.
I think it's the best map in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sick.
I started the Valheim server up again. Has Mistlands on there.
Huh.
I might play that with Ben a little bit. If he wants
Valheim
to.
is fun.
Wait, what'd you say, Mango? PewDiePie went from entertaining a generation to making one.
To raising one.
What?
Oh, raising.
Oh,
a
raising
generation.
one?
Making one. It's a little different.
It's making it next generation.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. He was one of the first people to make it big on the platform.
Yeah.
Now he can do whatever he wants, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm glad to see he didn't go the way of a lot of other big YouTubers and just
Well, that's
go off
why
the rails.
that's why I
Yeah.
liked watching him, because he was like, the stuff he was making was just fun to watch.
Mhm.
He just genuine stuff he liked about.
The later stuff he was making, like early on, I didn't watch him because I think he even admitted that he was like, he's gonna stop doing like the overreaction. And then I watched some of his later videos where he was just literally sitting in a room reacting to a video, and it was like genuine. It was actually funny.
Yeah. I'm actually curious. The first time I saw him was a Smosh video.
Oh, Smosh.
I gotta see if this video is up. They played Gmod.
Some of the Smosh like comedy, the old Smosh comedy is such, I don't know, it's weird. Like that 2010 to 2014 era was so odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was 10 years ago. That was the first time I saw PewDiePie. It's crazy.
It's just weird how comedy has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Well,
it's like out of pocket.
It's like, yeah.
It's
You
funny.
you hear a pipe falling sound, and you just like that start dying laughing at it for some
Pipe
no apparent
falling?
reason. No, it's a huge meme. The pipe
I
falling
don't know if
sound.
I've seen that one.
There's the one we were talking about before. It's this blue emoji, like trying to contain his laughter.
Oh yeah, I
And
love
the
that.
caption is, "When I purposely disregard my civic duty."
Yes.
And I don't know why I find it so funny.
There was one video where I was watching and I was like, it was like, just to prove that your humor is broken, when this train crashes, I'm gonna play a reverb fart sound. And I'm sitting there waiting for it. And then like in my head, I'm like, I know I'm gonna laugh. And then when it happened, I like laugh because it's like it's so dumb, but I don't know, like the humor now is way different than it was back then.
Kale always does this thing where he'll show usually my mom a meme, and it's usually a nonsensical Gen Z humor thing, and she's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, they always try to explain it or like understand it. It's like that's not the point of the meme. It's like the point of it is not to understand it or that it's so random.
There's a meme where it's when you show your parents a meme and you end up getting a lecture and it's some guy just standing there with an annoyed face.
Or it's always like, oh, who's that? It's like, I don't know. Just look at the meme.
He all the time says random things out loud that are usually memes. Yeah. And she tries to like explain it in some way.
I always do. Oh no, our table. She's like, no, not this again.
Stuff like that. Like I'll hear you just talking about that, and she's like, "What are you saying right now?"
Yeah, I love cringe humor too.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't
You're
like
obsessed
it as
with
much.
that.
I don't know. There's I'm like addicted to it. Like it hurts to watch, but I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's weird, but it's one of those things that like I feel like you can't teach an older generation that. It's like I don't know. It's so weird. It's such a. I always say it's like a subculture that like the whole like Reddit subculture or whatever, where like there's like these integrated memes to us where we're like, because it doesn't make sense, it's funny, but you can't show it to an older generation because like it just doesn't make any sense to them, or they try to.
That's probably why we're not a huge fan of comedians.
Actually, I've seen some comedians that are funny though.
There's one guy that is hilarious. My brother showed me him. I don't know. He's one stand-up comedian that I've actually like audibly laughed.
No, I'm pretty sure that's why we're not huge fans of stand-up comedy like that.
It used
because we don't think like jokes like that are funny.
I saw a meme where it's like me watching Real Friends, and it was like a guy like in a dark room, and you see like the reflection of the TV on his face, and he just has like a straight face. Like that's what comedy used to be, is like laugh tracks or like planned jokes. It's not like that, or at least for like a younger generation.
There's at least one comedian that is really funny.
Is it the one that played in Star Wars?
Star Wars.
Oh, that guy.
He's pretty funny.
He played in
season 2 of Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
The bald guy. No. The bald guy. He's bald.
The bald ginger.
He has like
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I'll try to find the one.
I know who you mean.
He's kind of funny.
I do like him actually. Yeah. I gotta figure out his name now.
The problem is like with stand-up comedians, it's I don't know, like it's not out of pocket because they say the punchline and then you're supposed to laugh after. So like me knowing that I'm supposed to laugh makes it less funny.
Yeah. The unexpected stuff is what makes us laugh.
Yeah.
Just like unexpected or even expected. Just like slow fart reverb.
Yeah.
You hear that and you just start dying laughing because it's like
stupid, but it's funny.
And you hear the same sound over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's
actually, do we have
Bill
that in the
Burr?
soundboard? Bill Burr, that's it.
Yeah.
Do we have that in the soundboard, Ben?
Reverb fart?
Yeah. No,
nope.
That's funny. There you go.
That one's not. There is reverb.
I thought we had like the big one.
We have this one.
That one's a good one.
Yeah, but there's the one where it's like.
Oh yeah,
and it's like really really loud. I
know that one.
Not recreation, but
yeah. That was weird little tangent that we went on.
I think that
generally happens.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, that always happens when we don't have like a deep story to dive into.
Pretty much.
Hit your table.
We usually do the rabbit trail before we get into the game, though. Which is kind of funny, but
all right. Yeah, I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are still commenting. I can't really read that.
Fart.
I see mighty.
I just see the word fart in there.
Went from
Bill Murphy?
to fart.
Who's Bill Murphy? You mean Eddie Murphy?
No, Bill Murphy's the guy that played in that ghost movie, Ghostbusters.
Isn't
No, it's Bill Murray.
Oh, who's Bill Murphy?
I don't know.
He might be mixing up a couple of people.
I don't know. Who
Bill
said
Murray
mighty?
and
Lil Mighty?
He said mighty.
It says Murphy.
Oh, I thought somebody.
I
just
just
did
and I
blurry
also
on
see
the screen.
fart riches.
What?
I don't know. I it's very very small text, but
All right. That's gonna be it for today. Thanks for everyone for stopping.